Alright, this is the BOT HD with the Trail Designs Caldera Cone Tri Fissure Inferno wood burning stove inside of it. It's a Caldera Cone wood burning Inferno. It works. That used up some of the gas in my lighter, but it does work. The Caldera Cone is controlling the amount of oxygen that gets in there. It's blocking the wind and feeding the flame so that it works. Alright, how's it going? And welcome to the ultimate Vargo BOT setup. What I've got here is I've got two bots. I've got one that I plan on destroying in the fire. Alright, I'm going to boil my water with this one. And what I've got inside of here is everything that I would possibly need to boil water with wood, alcohol, or a canister, or solid Esbit fuel cubes is all nested inside of here. The other one, the other bot, I've got a cozy on it with no handle, and this one will be like a bear canister but for wet food. So I'm able to put two Mountain House meals in here. A Mountain House meal takes about 400 milliliters of water. There's 900 milliliters of space in here, so I can put two Mountain House meals in here, fill it up with 800 milliliters of hot boiling water, put the lid on it, let it cook and it's cozy, let it cool off, and I can just eat it for the majority of the day. You know, I might eat 3 or 4 Mountain House meals in one day, but I can just carry this in my pack and I'll have it available to me to eat throughout the day. Now you might be wondering, well, if this is the ultimate bot setup, what exactly is nested in here? Well, let me just pop it open and show you how much I have in here. I'm gonna put this to the side. All right, so let's unscrew it. Check that out, I have a ton of stuff in here. Just gonna dump it out. Got some Esbit solid fuel cubes, a fork, got a little igniter, piece of carbon felt, a rubber band, another lighter. This is a piece of the Inferno, which is I've got a Caldera Cone in here with a wood burning stove that fits inside of the Caldera Cone. Got some shepherd hooks here. Got the wasp, all right. It's the fire maple wasp. Got a titanium floor here. Got the Trail Designs Cogen alcohol stove here, which is like one of the best, lightest alcohol stoves out there. Got the let's see here. All right. Got the Flat Cat Gear Ocelot windscreen for the Fire Maple Wasp here. This is the bottom plate. And I've got a Caldera Cone here. Alright, and that's with the Inferno. The Inferno wood burning stove that goes inside of the Caldera Cone is here. And I've got the Ocelot windscreen from Flat Cat Gear here also. Plus the BOT HD with the handles. Alright? So let's start putting this together. Okay, so first off, we've got, this is the top of the Caldera Cone. Alright, I'll just slide that together. Alright. And as you can see, the BOT HD slides straight in there like that. Alright. This is the wood burning stove. This is the Inferno. It slides together like that. You put it upside down and you put wood in here. Here's the bottom of the Caldera Cone. Now you can see I kind of dinged mine up a little putting the Ocelot windscreen in there, but the Ocelot windscreen from Flat Cat is also an important piece of kit, so I've got it in here. And that slides together. And then these two pieces click together to form a Caldera Cone. Alright, I got it. Okay, cool. All right, now check this out. I could put the Inferno, has this floor to it. Well, at least you can see how lightweight it is. It blew right off the table. All right, so the Inferno, it has this little piece here, plus the floor. All right. Also got a piece of titanium floor here from Flat Cat Gear. You can open that up. And drop the Caldera cone on top. Okay, and it just slides in like that. Or you can place these shepherd hooks from Flat Cat Gear in there. Alright. Okay. Like that. Alright, so Flat Cat Gear offer this Ocelot windscreen for the Fire Maple Wasp or the BRS or the MSR Pocket Rocket and Pocket Rocket Deluxe. Okay, now I've got both of these stoves. I've got the BRS and the Wasp. I like the BRS a lot because the pot arms click into place and it's really small. But the issue is that it doesn't get great fuel efficiency, and it also doesn't really work well if you've got corrosion on your canisters. So usually, you know, I go on weekend hikes and I don't use all the fuel in my canister. My canisters get old, they get a little bit of rust on top, and when you put the BRS on a rusty canister, it spits and it hisses and spits and it doesn't work that great and you lose a lot of fuel. Now the Wasp doesn't do that. And it's almost the same size and almost the same weight as the BRS. The pot arms are a little bit more flippity-floppity and they're a little bit harder to use, but I can put this Wasp on the rusty fuel canister and it'll work just fine, okay? And then as far as putting on the Ocelot windscreen, it comes together like this. You just kind of click it together. All right. And then put the bottom plate in. Okay, and now the hardest part is getting the Ocelot actually onto the Wasp. So you kind of just, yeah, oh, I almost got it. Oh, I did it. So it fits on just like that, okay? And now I can take a rubber band and can drop the BOT HD in there, take a rubber band and add it to it. Okay, now the rubber band holds the BOT HD onto the Caldera cone, so you can lift it up like that. Also, the rubber band protects your fingers from burning, and you can simply put it on just like that. Okay, now what this does is the Caldera cone controls all the wind, blocks any of the wind from getting into the flame so that the stove works awesome. The Ocelot adds to that, and also this bottom plate that's on the Wasp, that forces the flame, the heat from the flame to go up. So you've got the Ocelot pushing the heat from the Wasp up at your water, and you've got the Caldera cone holding in all the heat all the way around the pot, heating up the sides of the pot and getting the water to boil as fast as possible. Now the most efficient way to boil your water is to put the flame from the Wasp at a little bit less than half power. Okay, so if you turn this up to full speed, this up to full speed, you're going to lose a lot of gas and you're not going to be able to boil water as many times. You might boil water faster, but you're going to lose a lot of gas that way. If you keep your flame at a little bit less than halfway, first of all, it doesn't make as much noise, that's how you know you're doing it correctly, but you'll also be able to boil water about 15 times. I've got these Mountain House meals here, and you'll be able to boil water for one of these about 15 times if you keep your fuel at a little bit less than half speed. Now, check this out, I'll show you what that looks like. This is a two-hand operation. This is a really small stove. You want to just hold it in your left hand and turn the control with your right hand. Turn it on. Light it. Okay. And simply turn it down until it doesn't really make any noise anymore. Okay. And that's about the right amount of pressure. Put it down and put your BOT HD on top. Okay? And that way, woof, should be able to boil water about 15 times. Okay? All right. Now, obviously, you don't need 2 BOTs to do this, okay? But the reason I've got 2 BOTs is because you've got the lid on the BOT. I've got one designated to boiling water that I'm going to destroy with soot. I'm going to burn alcohol, S-bits, wood, canisters. I'm going to boil water any way that I can. And then my other BOT is going to act as like a bear canister, and my wet food will be in here. I'll have 2 Mountain House meals in here. Now, my advice is to always add 2 of the same meal. Mountain House meals and other kinds of dehydrated food, it's not really food, it's dried out powder. And it has a tendency to taste good standalone. I don't bother adding salt or pepper or cheese or anything to this stuff. And I don't recommend adding, mixing 2 different ones. They don't necessarily taste good together. So I've got beef stroganoff here twice. I would pour both of these into the BOT. I can put 800 milliliters of water, which is the correct amount of water, in here, and just let it cook with the cozy on it, put the lid on it, and forget it, okay? And then with my other BOT, this is where I put everything that I need to boil water will be over here. I'm going to show you how I nest it all together. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, obviously, is I'm going to take the Caldera cone apart. Okay, it is a nice big piece. Okay, here's a smaller piece. The Inferno is kind of like a medium-sized piece. And the Ocelot is small. Okay. Alright. Now the first pieces that I'm going to put into the BOT HD will be the smaller pieces of titanium. And the reason for that is there needs to be a space around the edges to screw on the lid. Okay? So the lid screws on like this. And I'll put in the Ocelot first. I can just roll this up tight because it's titanium. Drop it in. Okay? And then I'm going to roll up the smallest part of the Tri Caldera cone from Trail Designs. Alright, and you can see how I've dinged it up a little. Now this is an expensive, really nice piece of kit. I've already put a few dings on it, and I did that with the Ocelot from Flat Cat Gear, but This is an important piece of the kit, so you know, I just need to find a way to make it work. I'll put this small piece of the Caldera cone in first, all right, with the fat part facing down. Okay. All right. Now the third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the Ocelot bottom panel. I'm going to put that in next. Okay. I'll just kind of... Okay, I just got it in there pretty easy. All right, and kind of spread this out. Okay. Now I'll put in the Inferno, roll it up tight, and put the fat section in first. Alright. Alright, that fit in there no problem. Super easy. Kind of spread it open. And it looks like that. Okay. Now I'm going to put this fat bottom, top section of the Caldera cone. And put this in there. Gonna get it as tight as I can. Kind of force it in there. Yeah, I got it in. Let's stick it in there. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to put on the lid just to make sure I got the lid on there. And the lid fits on super easy. Okay. Now I can pretty much put anything I want in here. I can take the Kojin stove from Trail Designs and stick it in there. Drops right in. Okay. You put the wasp. Okay. All right, drop it in there. I've got this titanium floor from Flat Cat. Fold it up. Put it in. Okay, I'm going to take the bottom section of the Inferno. I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to get it in there. And kind of get it to rest on the side. Okay, I'm going to put in the shepherd hooks. Okay, I'm going to put in the bottom of the Inferno. All right. Okay. Put a lighter. All right, now at this point, I've got tons of stuff in here, but I could fit more stuff in there. You know, I could put the entire Soda Windmaster stove in there. I could put the plastic water bottle in there for alcohol. I've got plenty of space in there. I've got three Esbit fuel cubes. I'll stick those in there. Let's see. All right, and I got another lighter. Yeah, I mean, there's really no limit to how much stuff I can put in here. All right, and just put it on. All right, so you see that? Now I've got this one bot that's designated to boiling water with wood, alcohol, denatured alcohol, fuel canisters. Okay, doesn't matter. I've got the wasp, I've got the windscreen, I've got the Caldera cone, I've got the Inferno, I've got the Kojin stove. I've got all kinds of stuff in here.